Hello everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Thanks for popping on and joining me today. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new, then welcome and thanks for joining us. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm on today with the part 2 of the autumn Flippy Flappy folio. We did the construction of the folio in the part 1. This one we're going to start doing the decorating. So let's get on and see what we can do. So this is my pile of papers. I need that to do the topper. And this is the folio that we've made so far. So this is the front. This is your Flippy Flappies for this one. And you've got a Flippy Flappy in there. And we're going to have an acetate window in there. And then this is a pocket construction. And as I said in the previous video, you can make that into one large pocket and have a thin pocket by just leaving these gussets out. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it, and they're the pockets to go on the front and back of those. So we're going to need those as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look and see what we can come up with for the front cover. So I want a backing paper really first. So I did fancy this clock, and I do love this paper. I do like that. So I don't know whether to use that or whether to go with something. Well, that one would go on to the other piece actually. So it would fit if we was to put it on like that. We would actually get quite a bit of that front page in there. Quite like that though for front cover, and we could do an embellishment here. So that's a thought. So there's a possibility there. I think that one's too busy. Don't really want that in the front cover. This is quite nice though, this one, because if you stick that on there, you get quite a bit of that as well. That's quite nice. And then we could put journal up here, although it's not a journal, is it? It's a folio. Okay, so that may be a possibility. I'm sorry if I sniff. I've realised how much I actually sniff through a video. I do apologise. You don't realise that you're doing it. So we could use that bit there. I don't think that's enough for a front. I'm not sure about that one. That's quite nice, but you'd need quite a big embellishment on there. But then you could put an envelope on there maybe. We'll think about that one. I don't really want lines. I would have liked my owl, but I've chopped him off. It's because I made the pages full page. Yeah. I still quite like the clock idea. I don't know where that's coming from. I do still like the clock idea, I think. So I think we'll use the plain half of either this or that. That one's probably better, isn't it? Because that's got some, although I've got that there. So yeah, I might use this one actually. So if we cover this first, and then I am still thinking of the clock. So yeah, I'm just going to open it and make it thin. So I just want, what do I want? I want a little bit of a border to bring that black out. So I want it about there, and we just want a small smidgen off of that. Just cut that down with that. If I can see my line. which is there. And then we can put that little bit of a smidge off this end. That's no good for nothing. So yeah, I think that'll be nice for the first one, for the base. And then I think we'll need to just trim this down by quite a bit. So how much do I want it? Oh, I've got the other one because the other one's quite a nice size. I want it to be 4 3/4, and I'll need my bigger ruler for that other size. By 7, 4 3/4 by 7 is the black piece that you need on there. And I can just do a 7 because this isn't, you know, what really got to be 4 3/4, which is there. By 7-ish. Okay, so there's our base. So that's going to be fitted onto there. Is that feather? Yeah, same size. Just looks different on there. Maybe it's because it's just not got the pattern on. And then we want, I'm thinking the clocks. I could always print it out again if I want it. So we want this to fit on there. I've got a slight smidge that I need to cut off there. So you want this to be, I'm aware that I'm off camera, just bear with me. I don't want it to have a huge border, but I don't mind. Mind that was 4 3/4 by 7, wasn't it? So if I go that way in, 4 3/4, and you just want to come just into there to leave you a nice sort of little border. Oh, just click that clock. Now it's not in the middle. That's going to annoy me, innit? And then do that about there. I think it's strange actually, because when I used to do the albums, the photo albums, everything was measured because you put everything on the card. So it's quite hard not to measure. And I love, that's one of the reasons why I love junk journaling, because you don't have to actually measure anything, you can just wing it. Let's wing it. So that's going to go on there, and then that's going to go on there, and that's going to become our front cover. Quite like that. So let's go ahead and ink that up, and let's pop that on. Just get the ink out. I'm just using walnut stain. I do actually need another one. You can go quite dark with this kit because it's got quite a lot of dark hues to it. Quite grunged up. I like a bit of grunge. Okay, don't need to do the black. I just want to do this one here. Oh, when I come to finish the folio as well the other day, I did actually round all my flaps, so all my corners have been rounded. where possible. So any of the flaps that were able to be rounded, I've actually rounded them. So just because we'll be coming to do some of those shortly, and you'll see that they've been rounded. You can leave your square there, that's fine. You can do whatever you want because it's you. Right, so we'll glue that on. I am going to use Calal. So, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. If you know Rita from the Tatty Treasures group, then you'll know that she is doing well. I'm not sure if she's actually back home yet, but I know that Tanya said that she was actually doing quite well the other day. And she popped up on Tanya's live, and it threw Tanya quite off a game. She just wasn't expecting it, but yeah, so I believe that she's doing really well, so I'm presuming that she's home, which is great news. Okay, and then we'll just do this one, and then that'll be our front topper almost finished. We will have to make something to go on the front of it, but that's fine. Don't know whether to push that further up actually, so that I can put a little thing at the bottom here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so I've got glue down here a little bit. Let's just rub that on. There we go. That's fairly straight, I think, and level. It's nice when you get this sort of starting to decorate and you start seeing it come together. It's lovely. Yeah, I like that. I think if we just put something, I've got some like little tabs in the ephemera. Let's have a look, see what we can do. So we've got quite a few of these, quite a few stamps. See, that would be nice on a piece of black card. Or we could just do a little ephemera piece, maybe with some material or something. So we'll have a think of that at a later point when we come to decorate. Today I just want to do getting as many papers on as possible, especially on the blank pieces, these pieces. And you know, these have pockets on and stuff, so they can be left quite, or they can use up quite a lot of your plain papers, which would be good. So what have we got left on this one? Don't really want to put that one there, do we? I would have liked that to have gone that way, so maybe we can use that on one of the flippy flaps. somewhere. See, that one will go there. So that could go on the inside of that one. We've got half of this left. This is pretty to go in there. Yeah, quite like that one there. We have got a little bit there, which is not going to be any good for anything I'm thinking of at the moment. So just get some plainer pieces. There, we've got some plainer pieces there. We could just stick a plain piece there, and this could go on one of these taller pieces. Yeah, let's do that, because that's not going to impede on that mushroom there. So again, we just want a little bit of a gap. That's got to come off of there, so we want that to be about there. We're going to trim that off, and then we want probably nothing. If we trim the top of that one to here, right? Yeah, to about there. So ignore that first line. We want to do that one first. So let's do that. So we're going to come down from there, that level. Yeah, and then we're just going to trim that one off there. That's going to be no good for anything, so that can go in the bin. And then we can put that one in there maybe. Okay, so let's leave that for a minute. Oh, I don't like that like that. There we go, that's better. So then we're thinking maybe this on the, is that tall enough? It is actually tall enough to do that. If we use it at the bottom, and yeah, bring that to about there, and then if you just take that to that side. It's a little hard to see when it's black, so you can't really tell what I'm actually doing. All I'm doing is measuring around my page and leaving the amount of border that I actually want. I'm just going to cut a few pieces in before we just continue to glue in, because like this one needs a little bit of attention because of putting the acetate in. That's no good, that can go in the bin. So yeah, so we've got that one now, because we've got to remember we've got pockets and things to go on as well, and both the inside and the outside has got to go on. So that's going on to there. There's my little acetate window. That's it. I think this one would be quite nice on there. It's just that I'd like the whole piece. You do get the whole piece on that one. Or you get the whole piece on that one, which is a flatter area. Yeah, I like that there. Yeah, quite like that one there. So let's just get that on. So again, put the pencils gone in my pocket. Okay, so we are going to cut off about there. And then if we put that where that needs to go, we take off the bottom. So we'll move that away. There we go. That's a better option. Okay. So let's take that off and take that off. Might need that one. And then that one can go onto there. Might not have taken off enough. That side just needs a little smidgen more, which I'll just take off the top. I don't want to take any more of those leaves at the bottom. And it is just a smidge. Okay. And that one goes there. And then I think we could have that one to go there. That's quite a big area. So we've got the flat pieces. One, two, yeah, we've got the flat pieces. So we could actually just do the back. Get that on the back. Yeah, if you take from the top. Yep, so we just need a smidge. Just a smidge there, and then if you pull that up, we want this here. Take it off. Cut that one out, and then we'll get some sticking done. We'll need to do that acetate window, don't we? Do that in a minute. And that part needs to be taken from there. Okay. So we've got some flat pieces. Got most of our pages, larger pages done. That one done. We need one for there. And what we need to do is the acetate. So what we need to do with the acetate before we can do anything is we need to put a lip on the top. And what we really need is we need a lip, and it needs to go over the top. And then what we need to do is put another piece on the back so that you don't see the back of there. So it doesn't matter if it's the same. This would probably be enough just to cover that. So that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're just going to halve that with the, I'll use my little one actually, with the scoreboard. Let's just halve it. See where that, or what that looks like. Okay, so it's not directly in half. Have I gone skew with on there? Or is my paper cut skew with? I think my paper's cut skew with. Straighten that up. So, we need to find out why this isn't straight, because that will mean I don't know what that was all about. So what we actually need, there is a longer side and a shorter side. Put the shorter side at the back. So all we're going to do is we're just going to put that onto there. Like so. And then this bit is going to be tucked in. I'm just going to cut that off to where I need it to be on there. There we go. And then you need to use art glitter glue or something that will stick acetate. I just find that this works for most things. And I've got it conked up as usual. Come on, you know you want to. There you go, you can come out now, look. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smooth that down a little. And then you're just going to put that into place and butt it up to there. Put it up and make sure you can fold it over. That's it. I'm just going to get that off there before it dries. And what we're going to do is, will that fit? It will. So what we'll do is we'll cut that piece off as well. There we go. And we're going to stick that down as well while we've got the glue out. Okay. There we go. So what we're going to do is when we come to do this, just let me put my pin away. So when we come to do this piece here, that piece will attach over there. So you'll centralise it in the paper, and then the whole of that will get glued down then. So you're going to glue that into there, and then the whole of that will get glued down. And then you've just got to make sure that you can close that, which you can. And then that becomes your window. Okay, so glue that onto there first. Oh, such a messy crafter. Okay, so we're just going to centralise it and then fold that down. And then while that's drying, I'm going to put the other pieces on. Okay. So what I've done then so far, there wasn't any point really in recording it all and then fast forwarding it. So I just came off camera and did the whole pages. So there's the front with our topper. It's not finished yet, but we'll get to that when we start decorating properly. I've put the larger pages on. We did that at just as we ended it, so that would have been the last thing you saw. So we've put this one on, we've put this one on, and we have put that one on. And then what I've done is I've picked the pages that I wanted to go on my flaps, and I've cut them out just to save a little time. And the reason I wanted to show you is because I don't know, I've done this 100 times, and I cut the paper that I wanted for my big flap in here, and I cut it too short, and I did it before I even thought about it. So what I used to just get another piece, and I don't know whether you've all done it or not, but I know I've done it loads of times. And then what I do now, rather than waste it, I get a piece of masking tape, I attach it to the one side, and then I butt those two up together. You can see where I've cut it there. So I butt those two up together and just firmly press. And by the time you've glued it on, you will not see that at all. So that's what I do. I just wanted to show you that, just in case there is anybody out there that does make silly mistakes like I do. So yeah, so what I've done so far then is I have cut, I need to put the lid on this because the times that I stick my work in it, I've popped these two on. So what I did was I picked Mr. Owl in the corner here because this part is going to be shown. So he's going to be seen there. And then I've got mushrooms down at the bottom here. And then I put something fairly plain on the front. Now, the plain ones are for the back of those. But I picked these. So now we can either put it on that way. So we can either put it on that way and that way, so that they are like that. So there's just flowers on either side. That's quite nice actually, isn't it, with that plain in the middle? Or you can turn them round and you can make them as if they are a flower in the middle. And again, see, that's quite nice as well. So it all depends on how you want to play it, really. I mean, you might not be using the same papers, I don't know. But that's my dilemma with those. So I'm going to think about that for a little while before we come to do that. And I'm just going to finish off this middle piece here. So I've picked this for this flap. This one comes down. So what did I pick? I've got this one for there. And then these two will go on the underside. So these are the same size, so it just needs to see which one is better in where. Oh, I quite like that because it looks like that mushroom is there. I like that. This mushroom looks as if it's still part of all one, so I think I'm going to go with that. So this one's going to be my top piece, that one's going to be my bottom piece, and then it doesn't really matter where they go until you decide which way. Okay, so now we've got our folio completely covered. So we've got the back and the front. We will do some embellishment on the front eventually. We just wanted to get everything covered today. First page, you've got your two flaps with this nice floral piece in the middle there. You open those to reveal your mushrooms and your owl, and then we've got that there, which is lots and lots of journaling space there, although we will be putting pockets in here. When you close that, then you've got your mushrooms down here and your owl up here. This is the side of the pocket, and that's the other side of the pockets. That can get filled up with, we can either make a small little journal to go in there and extra bits of ephemera in an envelope maybe. We'll have a pocket on the front of here and here. And then in your middle piece here, which is where your acetate window is, we will be putting a pocket for that to fit into, and then you can put whatever you want to securely fit in there. So next time in part 3, I think what we'll do is we'll make some pockets up and we'll do some bits of ephemera and see how far we get in part 3. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope some of you are following along. If you are, please do post your pictures and you know, so that we can all see. I hope you enjoyed it. It is just a bit of a tutorial. I'm no expert at this at all. So let me know if you enjoyed it and you're looking forward to the next part. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now.